I've been keeping this to myself in a secret, because I didn't want you to know, or I wouldn't know how you would take it. But
Okay.
she's black, Dad.
What? You're dating a gorilla? The one with the tail? You know what happened.
He's not gonna let me back in the house.
How do you feel?
I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want it to come out like this.
But you know what? Your dad has problems, and for him to be like, he needs therapy. For him to be mad at a bunch of black people because of one situation, for him to say he doesn't like all black people is not right. And if you want to date a black girl, you can totally date a black girl. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, you did get $10,000 for facing your fear. How do you feel?
I feel scared, nervous if I tried going back home. Feel like they wouldn't let me go back in. And
What do you think your mom's gonna say?
my mom thinks the way my dad thinks. She does whatever he does, and they won't see me the same.
Just for you dating a black girl?
Yeah.
I'm the biracial daughter of a white man who's actually racist but never will admit that he is. My father is the kind of person who will say he is not racist because he has biracial children, because he married a black girl, he's married 2 Hispanic women, but then will simultaneously pull his gun on people in a parking lot who are talking too late at night because they're Hispanic. And that was outside of the home. Inside of the home, he would use the N-word when referring to my mother when she did something that upset him. He was always trying to police the way that she looked, and a lot of that showed up in the way that she wore her hair. He didn't like when she would do micro braids. He would nitpick if she laid her edges. He would nitpick if she did wigs. Stereotypes he associated with the black community. In resistance to that, it actually drove me to run straight towards the community, and not just the black community, but the Hispanic communities, any community except a white one. Because I wanted to protect my mother, and I felt like I wasn't going to be able to do that where I was. And I made myself emotionally responsible to do the work that I didn't think that my mother had the capacity to do at the time. I felt like if I went and got the information, I brought it back, I could use it as a weapon against the hatred. I was also just so angry. I was so angry with him for causing my mom so much hurt, and because of that, I ran away. I rejected it, rejected my whiteness. This need to protect and the urge to reject is the very beginning seeds of somebody in the family trying to unpack generational trauma. Granted, I'm trying to unpack an entire family line of racism from the perspective of a biracial person who's very white presenting.
He is not the love of your life. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
I was raised by racists, and I want to talk about how deep the racism is behind closed doors. It was so bad that I would literally get physically punished for listening to music by people of color. I was told that I needed to keep the bloodline pure, and if I was caught dating a person of color, that they would immediately disown me. I remember being as young as 4 years old and being asked why I wasn't friends with the white kids in my school and being told that those are the people that I need to befriend. Thankfully, I went no contact and I don't have to deal with their hateful beliefs anymore, but I want you to know that change is possible and you don't have to believe everything that you were taught growing up.
My parents weren't having it when they found out that I had a black boyfriend. I'm 47 now, that's not the issue now, but back when I was 16, 17, they weren't having it. The outside and what they made it seem like was obviously because of him being of a different color. What I didn't realize was the fact that it came from trauma, their own trauma. I didn't get it. For years, I made the argument to them that this doesn't make sense because, Mom, you're Mexican, Dad, you're white. You two married someone of a different race. Are you saying it's just because of color? I don't get it because, Mom, your dad's family legit doesn't talk to him or you or have a relationship with us because of the fact that he married you. Never said anything to that. It was just a lot of anger, and I never understood why I didn't get an explanation. It was just a reaction of anger. Later, as I got older, I understood that it was trauma. It was because of the fact of their own experience with my dad's family and all the stuff that we went through and how my mom was treated, that they didn't want me to go through that. I've never asked them, I just never taken the time to ask them. Maybe I should. But now, and it's been this way since I was in my 30s, is that they no longer have an issue with it, and they love my boyfriend now. They absolutely love him, which, a matter of fact, we have been together for 2 years exactly today that he asked me to be official with him. So for my story, it wasn't due to racism. It was because of the fact of their own trauma, their own experiences.
I'm casually just trying to keep it together because I was born into a family of white women who think that they don't have rights in America. I was homeless last year. I was homeless for the past couple years ever since my grandma passed away, right? Want to know where my family's been? They've been in Barcelona. They've been in Peru. Right now they're in South Korea. Honey, I was on the streets of America, peeing in a bag, stealing DoorDash so I could afford a meal. But my very rich white Catholic family, they have always said that they're poor and that they lack privilege. So last I heard, some of my family went to Switzerland and they opened up a bank in Switzerland. Right now, my sister's in South Korea because she has no rights as a white woman in America. And my mom just got back from frickin' Peru because she went on a Jesus walk to find herself. If any of you are wondering why I am the way I am or why I come off as a little bit crazy, it's because I was born into a psychotic family. The only kind of sane person in my family passed away, my grandma. And I say kinda because my grandma was kinda crazy too, like me. Like in a good way. Like my Grammy loved flashing guys and like going and hitting my boyfriend's butt. My Grammy wasn't crazy in the, I have no rights as a white woman in America, so I'm gonna go to Barcelona and Korea and spend all of my money on passports and hotels. And I'm still gonna play victim and pretend like I have no rights and I'm poor and I lack privilege. I'm gonna take a step back. Oh yeah, and if any of my family sees this, I'm gonna get rich and I'm gonna buy my grandma's house so you guys can't keep renting it out to make money for your dumbass vacation.
Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well today and welcome to yet another interesting episode. So today we are going to be reacting to these videos. We have these kids who apparently are white and they're actually calling off their parents for not wanting them to associate themselves with the black people. You know, like, this is what has been happening, and in most cases we are saying that racism or any form of discrimination is being passed from one generation to the next. And if the generation that is currently the current generation, if you do not do something about it and then you just telling people, rather your kids, especially the people who are around you, you are not telling them certain things are really bad and they could lead to certain consequences. So as much as a lot of people are coming forth and they are actually against racism and all that, we have this group of white kids who are actually disowned, literally disowned by their parents because they are feeling a certain way about black kids or other black people. So some of them actually are in a relationship with them, some of them are their friends, and they're actually told that if you get engaged with this particular race, you are going to be disowned. And they're not even kidding about it. And I'm like, that is so brutal, because tell me you would actually literally disown your own kids because they are interacting with a certain group of individuals. And it's not like they are teaching them to do crimes or criminal activities. No, they're actually friends, because at the end of the day, they get into an institution. And when you go to institutions, you get to interact with a lot of people. This is the time where you have to learn how to stay with people, how to live with people from different walks of backgrounds, you know. But then again, this is not settling well with the white parents. And they're going to tell you, like, you know what? This is what is going to happen. We don't want you to interact with these people, because they paint it as bad people. And this is why up to now, we are in 2026 actually, and people are still discussing about racism, because it's being passed from one generation to the next. And you know, like, you are growing up knowing totally that these people, this kind of people, they're bad people, without even knowing, like, what did they do to you? Because I feel like if you get to tell your kids that they should not interact with certain group of people who actually do not have any harm to them, you also should tell them, like, why don't you want them to interact with them? Because you only say, like, you know, they're bad people, you don't want them, but you're not giving details. You need to give details, like, these people, they did this to this, but what did African people do? What did black people do to white people? No, they didn't do anything that could actually lead to this. So these people, they are brave enough. These are kids who are brave enough, and they're calling out their parents. They're saying that, you know what, this is what you believe in, but this is not what we believe in. And some of them, even in this video, you'll see they're actually getting away from home. There's a creator here. There's one of the kids here who actually said, the parent, they have money, they're a wealthy family, but now the parent said the moment she steps out and start dating that black guy, it's gonna be over for her, you know. And they could even borrow money and still the parents could not be able to assist, because why? You are with a black person and you need to pack. If you want any kind of help from us, you need to pack and you still need to go. Yeah, so as much as, yes, we have like a very large number of people who still bring up their kids in such manner that they should see the other side, the other people, the black races, as bad people, we have very few ones who actually believe that there's nothing wrong with interacting with the black people. So ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're new here, my name is Yvonne and you are welcome to being part of my online family. Please, if you've not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you do, and actually share the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this particular topic, and you know how we do. Until next time.